Hi, I'm Drew. This is Alex and Rhea. That's Sam and Owen. We are Sports Go. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Alex Adams. He was 6 years old, and he signed up for soccer thinking it would be fun. But when he started playing, he realized that it was super competitive, and he was one of the worst ones in the league. However, one day, he scored a goal, but it was for the other team. After that, Alex gave up on soccer. His mom, Karen Adams, was also getting tired of driving him around to watch him score own goals, but she still wanted to find a way to make soccer fun for him. The problem that we were trying to solve is that kids either aren't playing sports or they aren't enjoying their current sport, leading them to quit. But unfortunately, this problem is already happening. Did you know that about 70% of kids quit playing sports by the age of 13 because it's just not fun anymore, or they feel that they don't have potential, so they just quit? But we don't want that to happen, because our goal is to help kids keep playing sports because they come with many social benefits. Our sports service is a website that connects parents to high school athletes in their area to help improve their child's sports and social skills. Some things that make us unique from our competitors is that we are convenient, affordable, and the social benefits aspect of our company. Starting off with convenience. We have an option where our trainers can either come to you guys or you guys can come to us. We understand that many parents don't have time to drive their kids around to different places, so that's why we have an option where our trainers come to you guys. Second, we are affordable. We are far more affordable than our competitors. We offer lower prices in the Illinois area. We offer prices that are lower than almost all sports training facilities in Illinois. And lastly, the social benefits. Our sports sessions come with the social benefits aspect. Not only are the kids playing sports, but they are also interacting with an older individual, which helps benefit their social skills. And now moving on to the social benefits from sports. You can gain friendship, team building skills, leadership, self-confidence, lower stress, higher concentration, and higher mood. Developing good social skills also leads to good mental health for children. Building off of that, children also become better in their community, and they learn more about what's going on around them.
So our target customer would be parents with children ages 5 to 13 who play sports and live in the Barrington area and have a household income of over $100,000. So our total market for the sports industry is $11 billion. Of that $11 billion, we plan on servicing $720,000 of the serviceable addressable market.
So of our serviceable addressable market, we plan to have a market share percent of 3.09%. We found this number by taking our goal number of customers reached in our first year, which was 500, and taking our calculated conversion rate, and with those two numbers we came up with the amount of customers we would reach in our first year, and that number was 3.09% of the serviceable addressable market. And our gross profit for year one would be $5,855, which is the amount of money we'd be making after our cost of goods and services. So we're using two separate pricing strategies. The first one is cost plus, which is, so for us, we are a service, so we have to pay our athletes or trainers to do these services, and we have to price it based on them making enough money and us making enough money, which gives us a price of $35. And our other one is value pricing, which is we are testing that our product is valuable enough for the price and is our target people will be.
No, you're doing great.
So we're breaking up our cost of goods and services into three separate categories. So the first one is we are paying our trainers $15 per session, which is 42.9% of the total price. price, and our biggest is the company revenue, which is $18.83, which is 53.8% of our price, and then our small fee for credit card fees on PayPal is $1.17.
So for our competitors, we have the Elite Sports Training Center, which mainly targets age groups 15 plus, and we have the Win Performance, which targets like younger age groups like us. So the difference between us and them is the price. These two have 45-minute one session for $50 to $60, while we offer a 45-minute session for just $35.
Now, shifting to our MVP. Here is our landing page that we will be using. When the parents go here, they can pick the sport that their child plays. So let's say they play soccer. It then leads you to our Calendly, which is where you can schedule a session by day. And once you click the day, it also shows the times available on that current day. And it also has our price, which is $35 for a 45-minute session. So once you pick a day, it brings you to this. Here's where we will collect emails in case we need more information about the child and the training session, as well as the location that they would prefer, and also the trainer down here that are available for the current sport. But all our trainers will have bios on our website. And then here is the survey that we will send out in order to obtain our trainers. In the survey, it includes a bunch of other questions to make sure that we are getting the highest quality trainers for our company. So the tools we use to create our MVP is Wix for our landing page, Calendly for scheduling sessions, as well as a Google form to recruit our trainers. What we are testing through our MVP is price testing to make sure our customers are willing to pay $35 for a 45-minute session, as well as trust to make sure that the parents trust our athletes with their kids as they may be alone, as well as staffing to make sure we have enough staff in order to maximize the amount of sessions we can do at a time.
So what are the goals from our MVP? Our goals are to recruit more trainers and spread awareness of who we are as a company so that more parents know about us, and for parents to be able to schedule more sessions with our trainers. Here are our marketing tactics. The ones that are highlighted in red as shown are tactics we will be using for our MVP. So a free tactic would be in-person at games, and then 2 of our paid tactics for the MVP would be events at the school and posters at park districts. Some other marketing tactics we have that are free are direct phone calls and VHS TV. VHS TV is a great way for students of our community and teachers to hear about events going on in the school and just connect as a community. So this would be a great way to advertise. And then our paid tactics would be flyers to give to VHS coaches, email lists, and ads in Barrington magazines. So the data we are hoping to collect from our MVP is both qualitative and quantitative. Our qualitative data would be feedback from the actual sessions themselves, and then also the survey results that we will get from all the students who want to become athletes and for the training purpose. And then our quantitative information would be the number of sessions, the number of trainers, and then the number of click-throughs of our actual website. This is just an overview of where we're planning to be over this course of a few months. In February, we have our concierge MVP practice sessions. By March, we're hoping to have startup sessions outdoors during the early spring. By May, we're hoping to have mass recruit trainers for the summer, and by June, we're hoping to consecutively run sessions. For our MVP funding, we are asking for $250. This $250 will be utilized in many ways to help our company get into the process. So we will be needing sporting equipment for our startup because of our unique value proposition that we can go to you guys or you can come to us. We don't really have a set place. So equipment such as basketball, footballs, baseballs, and cones will be necessary. For marketing, we need posters and then email lists to help with advertisement. And then Calendly is a very necessary part of our business because this is how people and the parents are actually able to schedule the schedule the sessions that they will be using. And there's a $10 monthly fee and then a $96 annually fee for that. Get your kids on the go with Sports Go. Thank you.
Do you guys play sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
What age are you targeting younger in high school?
5 or 13.
Yeah.
5, 13. I mean, I think the idea of having something that you don't have to commit to the whole season, and you can show up when it's convenient for you to, if you're not that serious about the sport, it's probably a very good idea. Do you have have you looked into, being able to get the real estate for a certain block of time? Like a lot of these gyms are, you have to reserve them, or if you go through the school and all that, you have to show up and use it, like you have some
Well,
knowledge on that.
Mostly like local parks. I know by my house, I have one where you could just show up and play whenever. There's a soccer field, basketball, so you could mostly just like be flexible with that. But later, as we like move on, we may need money through, like as we get more sessions going, we can have money to rent fields if we have to.
Yeah, that's a good problem, yeah.
I look at it as like a kind of a tutor for sports. I like it, frankly. My son needs this because he changes what he likes every week. I think he could use somebody who's successful or, in soccer, someone come to the house and like maybe open up his eyes to a part of or aspect of the sport that he doesn't see with his PB team. Who provides the curriculum?
That'll be.
The agenda, the trainer was gonna bring that?
That will be, so the trainer will make it, and then they'll check it through us to make sure it like runs
Okay.
by schedule.
My recommendation is that your value add is that you provide the curriculum. Standardized 45-minute trainings for the sport. This is how you're gonna be able to get your price down. Because, let's say I play baseball, right? I've got free time, I wanna help out the community, for example. I don't know anything about coaching. It's almost like, I might know a subject, but I don't know how to teach it, right? But I think you can bring a lot of people out into, to being trainers if you guide them through the coaching part. I think the other stuff, they're excited and know really well. And that could be, in the equipment thing, I would say, they gotta bring their, Uber's gotta bring their own car, right? Some stuff, is not on you. I'm gonna have it, if I'm hiring somebody for my kid to play a sport, he's got all this stuff. So I would watch the costs there.
Yeah, going on that same idea of like, kind of like the tutoring business model, why directly hire trainers? Why not be a middleman that just connects trainers that can set their own price to kids looking for tutors or coaches? Or is that something you guys haven't explored?
We haven't really explored it, we just thought like, because all of us are capable of training, so we thought it would be better if maybe we don't have a trainer that day, well then one of us could just show up and do it for them, so I felt like that would be easier.
That might be to consider, it's something to consider for your MVP. That first stage on your timeline, if you pop that back up, consider you guys, keep going. Backwards, yeah. Consider, since each of you have got a sport, you try it out. So in essence, you can draft a rough curriculum of these are kinds of, and curriculum is a big word. We mean, what's the basic activity? Because I think of this as a riff on the tutor model, but rather than academics, it's active sports. I also think of this as a riff on the sitter club. Rather than you watching the student, you're gonna go do something with this child, which as a parent, I say yes. Being active, and it's great if there's a chance to be more than one child. And I do have a question about that. Whether a parent brings their children to a multi-group session, a multi-student group session, or one-on-one, you guys are at home, are you seriously gonna be charging the same price? Or is there gonna be
If
an
we do groups, we could probably lower the price, because there'll be more people at
Or
once.
go the other way, if you're gonna go one-on-one to
Yeah.
home, you're gonna raise the price, something along.
I love that, just like ski lessons or something like
Yeah.
that. You got one-on-one is gonna be pricey, but if you do a group session, that actually scales better for you. Cause you might bump up the rate you pay the trainer a little bit for a group session, but you're gonna get a lot more revenue, if you do that.
Yeah.
On that kind of thing. I mean, I like this. It's a novel idea, for doing this. All sorts of things you can do with that revenue, like you could sell, You could sell, session packs, like buy 10 session packs and then, you get
Birthday
20%
parties.
off.
Birthday parties.
Or
Yeah.
things like that, the group sessions. And I don't think you're gonna be able to make this fly because you would actually be a for-profit thing. But if there's any way you could actually, the trainers could actually get volunteer hours for doing it instead of getting
Right.
paid. Because you're always looking for volunteer hours, right? But because you're for-profit, I don't think Ms.
Yeah.
Parenti would do that, so,
Yeah.
but it's
But nice try.
something to think about, yeah.
I would, two comments. One, I suggest you consider adding PTOs
Mhm.
to your reach out as soon as possible. For all parents, younger kids, that I think you do have a big value proposition here because parents who are so busy at home and they want their kids to be outside doing something, they just don't have the ability to do it. And if you're coming in and getting the child outside, getting them some exercise and also helping them in the sport that they're interested in, I think there's a lot of value there. For your any group sessions that you're considering, I would encourage you to always have 2 trainers there.
Mm.
A lot of parents just drop, but if someone gets hurt or someone gets injured, you want to make sure that there's 2, people there that, the child, there's a consistent message for what happened.
Right.
Just a comment on your timeline. Academic pitch is May. Okay, so everything needs to be adjusted so that you learn as much as you can about your business model. Like, for example, next week, maybe, just out of curiosity, did you guys all go to different elementary schools or all the same?
I think the one.
Great.
Yeah, 3 of us went to the same one.
Okay, so you can reach back to your elementary school principal and PTO president and basically say, we'd love to come in. We're students in the incubator class. We have a great idea for your children. We'd love to do, to present, pitch, basically your elevator pitch to their parents. And you guys be the trainers that first round. Try to get that first one, mini courses, or get that done before this month is over, because that will teach you so much about what it's like. Do them in pairs as suggested, and you'll realize what's the group size? What's the max? What's the minimum? Is there an age range? Do we care? Maybe we don't. But that way, the next round you do, hopefully you'll each have recruited another friend to work, and you'll agree upon what that price tag is. You'll have a bit more experience and knowledge, and then you'll learn more from that round, and you can do another round. But the idea is do as many of these as you can before April rolls around.
I also love the idea. I think I would encourage you to split it into maybe age groups though, because 5 and 6-year-olds are not going to be serious, and it's more burning energy, I would say. Whereas when you're getting up to 12 and 13-year-olds, I saw your graphic that's where they might be dropping off. So then maybe more serious sessions, pepping them up so that they stay with it.
I love the idea. I think it's fantastic. My boys play a lot of sports, and to have a resource like this where you call up someone and say, hey, what about this, or help me train him or her on this, is fantastic. So keep it going.
So would you put up your MVP, how you would use the funds again?
Sure.
Looks good.
And did I hear a comment? Do you feel like you actually really need to own the equipment?
So the thing about the equipment was, we're all high schoolers, so we use like bigger sized balls.
Mhm.
But younger kids use like size 4, size 3. All of us, we use like size 5 and bigger, so this was more towards the lower size.
Okay. I'd say pick 2 of those, but do you necessarily need the whole complement of multi-sports before you even know anything? And
And you should be focusing on the framework of your model, not the actual implementing the appointments.
Is the marketing gonna be going after, trying to get kids newly into a sport, or trying to get them to maintain their interest level or increase their interest level in something they're already familiar with?
Maintain it.
maintain and increase, right? So I would just go on the assumption they have their own equipment,
Yeah.
right? And if you find through your MVP that they don't, now you have another upsell revenue stream. We'll bring the equipment, sure, but it's an extra, $5 or whatever.
So are we okay with them purchasing with their apps?
I think they should have the room to experiment with this. I mean, that's,
I think also
Yeah.
provides
Yeah.
the ability, you may find that there's parent seems to be very football, centric, maybe that's where the focus of your
Yeah.
business plan is gonna be, as opposed to something different, but, I think yes, so.
yeah, task is good and efficient use of funds, I think.
Good luck, guys.
All good.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.